might fight, yeah, I'm bout that. I lost J Matt, I still ain't let it digest. Pop her like Tic Tacs, pop dance like Advil. I got 200 shots in that noise, they better not pass hill. Every time we kill a nigga, they be dry rat. They get on Instagram and make posts like where they hiding at. Boy, what the fuck you want? You put no people in our business, you's a fucking clone. Murder in my eyes. Just hit a nigga block, put him on a shirt, got his mom crying. DJ suppers in second line. I'm swinging by myself, these niggas ain't on the front line. My paw was selling bricks, so what the fuck you think?
And say for instance, like I talk to a lot of the young dudes coming up on the rap scene, and a lot of people
be facts, like, brother. Just watch their gate.
A lot of people be like, you know how like you growing up, you was able to see like Lil Wayne coming up, you was able to see like Cash Money taking up, but you is that for what they was to like us growing up, you feel me? So how that make you feel to know that, you know, the youngest coming up on the rap game, or even people your age look at you like, you know, you the one that, you know, handled your business and you the one that's really putting on for New Orleans?
That shit make me proud, because at the end of the day, bro, like, I ain't gonna say New Orleans is who all I do it for, because New Orleans is a city that give just as much hate as they give love. So, but I do it for the people in New Orleans who relate to me and feel like me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hate motherfuckers out here that's gonna be like, man, fuck Neno, he ain't never do this, he ain't never do this. But if you not my partner, you ain't gonna know what I did. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my partners know me. They know how I give it up. They know how I'm rocking. You hear me? I stand on all 10, regardless of the situation. So fuck how any other person look at me. You know what I'm saying? As long as my partners and my hood look at me like a hero, and the kids who I motivate to overcome whatever they going through look at me as a hero, and they look at me as like, damn, he made it. He like Wayne, he like Slim, he like that. That make me proud. That make me want to keep going. That make me want to reach milestones I never hit before, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, I'm from these same neighborhoods. We in my hood right now. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, we in my hood. The project 2 blocks up. You feel me, bro? Like, growing up, I ain't like, you know, my daddy was a nigga hustling, getting money. You hear me? Like, you hear me? Like, I looked up to my dad. He was getting money. You hear me? Juvenile and them was coming through there, but they was rapping. Wayne was rapping. But Wayne used to pass on Washington and Magnolia speeding in the silver G-Wagon. I remember this shit vividly, bro. Like, speeding, hitting 100. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Turk used to pull up in the driveway, park the fucking purple PT Cruiser with Hot Boys written on the side, walk through the whole project. You hear me? And whatever, go do what he do, get his dope or whatever he doing. I was young, I was 5 years old, but I remember this shit vividly. But I looked up to my pops, I looked up to nigga getting money, you know what I'm saying? So I was...
Right. And that kind of bring me into my next question. That kind of is gonna bring me into my next question. You know, through your music, you're very transparent. And you know, you're very vulnerable through your music. If you know, people actually listening to it, and you know, knowing that your pops went to prison at time, and your pops, it was a big figure.
Yeah,
know,
facts.
To
facts.
People like Soulja Slim rapping about
facts.
Birdman, you know, dealings with Birdman.
You heard me? You heard what Soulja Slim said? Shit so dry. Tontoin WAP ain't even gotten that.
Alright. So how was that for you, like coming up under that image, and then while your pops actually not being out here?
Alright, so to be honest, bro, coming up in a project, you hear me? I didn't really realize the impact that my daddy had on the project like that. I didn't realize that. All I knew is what my daddy is, who he is. You hear me? Since young. When I was 5 years old, my daddy asked me, what I do? I'm like, you sell coke. I knew exactly what he was selling and everything. Right. He looked me in my eyes. He like, how you know that? I said, I just know. From then, that nigga talked to me like a man. He ain't never talked to me like a little boy. I was 5 years old, you hear me? Right. He said, so what you tell your friends at school? I said, they never ask, but if they do, I tell them you're a construction worker. Cause you dropped me off in a construction worker truck to school. That's how smooth he was, you hear me? With a fucking boot in the back, with a toolbox kit, you hear me? Real talk. Right. I was just so advanced because I just kind of figured it, because all the love I was getting in the project, like I could go, listen, I rode dirt bikes all my life. I'm going on this side of the project. When the old side be with the new side, all this shit, I'm going everywhere. I don't give a fuck. Every courtway, every driveway, everywhere. You hear me? oh, that's Lil Neno, boom, boom, boom. They just knew Neno, that's Tonto or something, but I always was fucking crazy. Like, I used to just do dumb shit. Like, just dumb shit. So growing up, like, I ain't realized the impact he had until he left.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until he left. And I didn't realize all the shit he taught me until he left.
Right.
Cause he left when I was 12, 13. You know what I mean? So
that's the stages to where, you know, a boy really grown.
nah, exactly.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he ain't come home till I was 24, 25, to like 24, 23. You feel me? Like 10, 11 years, 10 and a half years. So like, when he left, that's when I had to really become, like, I was already the man based on everything he taught me, but I became a man without him.
Right.
So it was different. Like, this is the times I needed him in the most pivotal moments of my life. You feel me? All right, so basically when my daddy came back, you feel me, like, you know, he left at the most pivotal times in my life, as
right. far
as like from 13 to 19, that's the person you become as a man. That's when you start fucking, when niggas start hating, and you feel me? But he already knew I was beefing since I was young based on what my friends was into and shit like that. But he, you know, he knew that shit. He always knew that shit. But so like, he left at a pivotal stage, so I had to learn how to become, I became a man based on what he taught me, but I didn't even know that, you know what I'm saying? I was just living life, you feel me? But I didn't know all the things that he installed into me when he was here would carry on until I became a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, from I caught my first charge in 2013 for robbery, strong arm robbery, you feel me? And I was back there for almost like a month and a half, and I only got one letter. And guess where it was from? My daddy. And he was in jail. You feel me? And the day that the letter came to me, I was supposed to go to court the next morning. You hear me? The last 2-3 times I went to court, they gave me no bond. You hear me? But he wrote me a letter like, he was just disappointed. Like, you following the same footsteps that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nigga was hustling, selling a little weed, but at a young age, like, I was robbing. You know, I'm a little nigga, but robbing is easy, bro. You feel me? That's the easiest thing to do. Give me that shit. You feel me? Like, that shit was easy, bro. Like, and then the letter was just disappointment. Like, you letting me down. Like, I sacrificed all this shit to give you the best life, and you ain't breaking the cycle. You feel me? I felt played, cause then it was like me and my cellmate, shout out to my nigga Cutter, you hear me? He from New Orleans, and he got into an altercation, and I just helped him, like, we put a nigga head in the toilet. Just cause this my celly, I gotta rock with him, you feel me? And I'm like, damn, like, this shit crazy, like, cause dude, like my daddy sent me that shit in, and I was just on some shit like, man, when I read the letter, he was in a cell, and I'm like, fuck. And he know I just got the letter from my dad. He like, bitch, you wanna cry? I'm like, no. He like, man, ain't nothing wrong with crying, brother. Like, bitch, I know how that shit probably feel, but that's your pops, you hear me? He keeping it gutter with me, like, that's your pops. I'm just like, I don't want to cry, brother, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm broke down right now. Like, I don't even want, you hear me? Like, I don't even want to talk, bro. He said, I feel you, brother, like, bitch, you hear me? That shit just had me feeling like.
So you feel like that was like a turning point in your life?
Yeah. I still got that letter. You feel me? And then, you know, my grandpa, he been in jail since I was fucking 0. So I used to write him when I was 8, 9. So I'm like, you hear me? I'm like, the fuck? My daddy in jail, my grandpa in jail, I'm in jail. I received a letter from my daddy, you hear me? So I'm like, I got
So what that made you want to do at that time?
And then I ain't gonna lie. Prince probably still got this shit on his page on Twitter. That nigga said, free Neno or free Nene. Jail ain't for him, with a sad face. You probably could dig it up and find it. For sure. You probably can. You could find it. 2013. Just go look at all his tweets in 2013. I guarantee you could find it. I was in that bitch for a little minute, and he was just like, Prince, you feel me? Man, jail ain't free Nene. I came home. I went to the studio with Prince. We did like 4 songs. Went crazy. I just looked at music differently. And I had to talk with them because I was shooting all their videos. I just had to talk with them like, look, bro, I can't put all my energy into y'all no more as far as in shooting all y'all videos, editing them.
So at this point, you weren't really buzzing in the city?
Fuck no. What's I buzzing? Bro, listen, I was getting 200 views. Nigga, Prince was the nigga.
Right.
Prince status, nigga. Raw to Prince, nigga. It wasn't me. Right. Who is Neno? Who? What?
Nigga was telling me Prince was like the meek of the city.
Who the fuck is Neno Calvin? That's how it was, nigga. It's been times I've been in the mall, nigga. Prince, me and Mall in the mall. I just dropped Nenola. You hear me? Niggas like, Prince status, can I get a picture? Fuck me.
Nah, for real though.
Like, no cap.
Right.
Who? Neno. Prince status, what? Hear me? I was happy though. I'm like, Lord, my nigga really turned. I ain't never witnessed no shit like that. That motivated me, bro.